So most of the time, the people will just run over and strangle you. But I figure if you have a forklift handy, it would be easy enough to just, like, squish me, right? So they'll be gone, never to be seen again. So, strange that this area is still completely operational, despite all of the sinking water and things like that. Now, this room, it lacks completely audio, and it's so bizarre. I don't know. It makes me feel a little uneasy. Now, this lever is really interesting because it actually lowers the water level. It's pretty weird, but we can go and adjust it at will, and it's basically just anti-gravity water, or I guess reverse gravity. It's weird. But what we need to do basically is move over this crate by being able to swim up to it. Don't ask me how that makes sense. And we just need to move it over a couple of feet over here because we want this water to be high enough that it lets that door on the right stay open, but low enough for us to jump from the crate into the water. And it makes more sense when we actually do it, but there we go. Maybe the reason why there's no audio on this part is because we're technically inside of a test room right now, like the camera. It's weird, but it's also just really makes me feel weird. Whew. Okay, but yeah, that's all we needed the crate for. So we'll swim over here, and apparently those two scientists in the back have not seen us, so they don't care. It's like, what's fluctuating the water levels in there? I can't quite say, but by God, Steve has eaten my Twinkies again. What a dick. Alright, now this part's a little bit strange, and I would wholeheartedly avoid going down all the way. As we see more human presence in this area, you probably want to be a little bit careful with how you proceed. So there are two men down there, both of which will attempt to subdue you by way of, I don't know, child abuse, I guess. Shaken baby syndrome. Wait for them to leave before heading down. You can kind of tell where the water ends by the ropes there. But let's go drop through. Oof. God. Your knees must be shot by now, man. And we're going to go head over here. For some reason, every single way of changing the water level in this game is different. So let's go send this up. And, well... oof. Yeah, they all fall very dramatically, and oh God, what are you guys doing? No, what? Guys, I don't approve. I'm not very comfortable. Can you just help me bring this down, please? I don't want a bunch of naked dudes touching me. Not cool. Okay, so we've lowered the water level, or I guess raised it even further, because we're gonna need this into the next room. And oh, poor body. So we have many almost naked, faceless men here to help us propel ourselves up into this area. And there we go. It's a very interesting, I don't know, complexion of detail that they put in this game. I don't know why they're following me now without my shiny helmet. Maybe they just like small children. It's hard to say. But we're going to go and drop down from over here, because the water level needs to be at this level. So we're going to activate the switch, and there we go. Opens the door that we wouldn't be able to by force. It's very nice. And, oh, there are more drones here. Nice. So it looks like they're just using them for petty chores like cleaning and testing, more or less. So maybe brainwashing does have its benefits. Just kidding, they don't. They're also doing autopsies and... Jesus Christ. It's fucked up, man. Alright, guys. Send me across. Ooh. Perfect, and... oh. No, you don't have to do that. God damn it. Alright, well, there's a rope up there we can't quite reach. And... also a nice little scenic overlook of a couple of people running away. God. Welcome to the poster child of apocalypse. So, interestingly enough, people seem to be running over there to the light, so I think we should follow them. Seems like the only logical case. Also, I hope these guys are ready to catch me. That's why you're there, right? Not because your bones are broken, but because you will save me from certain death. Thank you. Okay, whew. So we're in an elevator shaft, and these guys will help us over here. This elevator is kind of unique in the sense that, well, it works in a couple of different ways. And obviously it goes up and down, but we're going to play with it for a little bit, shall we? So, while our human motley crew of dummies is still up there, we're going to go up. And very fortunately, it does not squish them against the ceiling because there is a secret duct above the elevator that we need to access. And that will take us to our 13th collectible, or 12th? I think it's our 12th. Or maybe it's our, I don't know. If you've been keeping track, you can tell me, but God, they just fall with such conviction. Now, run as fast as you can. You want to get a couple of these guys in the elevator with you, but keep some of them out. Case in point. Now, we let them get on top, and then we'll go back up. Go back up. There we go. And the purpose for this is to have just enough men to help us hoist us up onto that wire over there, but also keep them in that upper range. So I only have 3 guys. Not sure if that's gonna help. Come on, friends. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, great camera angle here, guys. I appreciate it a ton. And now we're up here, and we have a couple of men here to help us out. Okay. Drop my fall? Thank you. And the reason why you want the men up here is because, well, these workers were disco partiers, and they decided to keep it up there for a couple of reasons, I guess. I don't know why. But there we go. Not really that difficult to figure out. It's just you wouldn't necessarily expect it. So, oh, thanks for catching me, guys. They're like, oh, fuck those other dudes. And now we can continue on with our quest at hand, which is still a little unclear at this point. Are we trying to stop something or save somebody? Maybe just ourselves? Or maybe we're just trying to escape. But unfortunately, it's unclear and will be made even more so in a couple of minutes as we near the ending. Because we're in the final stretch of the game, you guys, and I'm telling you now, this third act is insane. It's, I don't know. It's kind of surreal, actually. But it's definitely what gives this game its M rating, because it's, I wouldn't say it's tame. A lot of the ways you can die in this are very, very violent. But this is kind of what knocks it over a bit, I would assume. So unfortunately, our friends cannot join us, and we must leave them behind. For now, at least. I will come back for you. I promise. And it's weird, because the guys in the back, they don't seem like they're dummies. They're just, maybe they're workers. And they've seen some sort of phenomenon, and oh god. Cigarettes still smoking. So maybe people are actually still here and working. And this facility is completely operational. Kind of makes you wonder what could possibly be that these people have all flocked to so immediately. So, we'll climb up here. And we have a couple of test rooms, just like we saw when the water was completely submerged. But there's still test subjects inside. It's a little fucked up. Nope. Careful, man. You can go around that. So they don't seem to care that there's a small child running around unattended, wearing colors. How unorthodox. Small children here. But this is what it seems like they're all looking at. And by God, it's beautiful. And actually, you can't really tell what it is, because you can't see it. So you know what? I think I want to go in there. I think I want to go explore and see what it could possibly be that these people are so enamored with. Is it the result of many decades of hard work and research and working that they finally reached a breakthrough? It's not quite easy to tell, but we'll go and climb up this this light there, the very small one, being as acrobatic as we are, we come from the lineage of Ezio and Altair. We're just extremely powerful, apparently. Okay. So we'll continue through the vents here. And I think beyond this, there is very little cause for alarm as far as death goes. Although if you fuck up in this next part, then you will die. But let's go ahead over here as people are still even watching from above. I like how some of them actually look over. And we'll head over here as we collect our very last collectible. Now it's indicated we need to head down there, but much like before on the rooftops in the beginning of the game, you actually want to go in the opposite direction because there are many wires leading to this final area. And so, it takes us to a very unusual room. One that's filled with green life and lights in the background. Each one of these lights indicate all of the ones that we have destroyed. And by having them all lit up, actually opens up this giant pod that when we enter from the inside, we destroy it and we collect the last one. So as you'll notice in the back, all of the lights are out except for the second one, which is interesting, right? But yeah, that's all 1000 Gs for this game. Pretty easy when you compare it to Limbo, because none of these secrets are difficult to get at all, but it's nice. It's kind of cool, I guess. But it doesn't really hit much to the plot also, so that's kind of nice. You can't really, I don't know, deduct much from them. Whew. Okay. So we'll head over here, and here we have to make a bit of a precise jump onto that thing. Whew. Okay. And I'll go and enter this bad boy, Master of Machinery, boy child hero here. So there's a very large basin that appears to be what everybody is so enamored with. At least everybody on the inside. So we'll go ahead over here. And we need to jump to this ladder. It's a little bit of a tricky jump. But you can do it, small child. I believe in you. Nice. Good job. You did it. Alright. So let's go walk across here very perilously because, of course, why the hell not? It's like, what is this, eco? And you'll notice there's a little bit of a reservoir of water here. Here's one of our last puzzles, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a rotating whirring of blades down there, as well as 3 levers we need to pull. We'll take these 2 out on the bottom of this structure, and this will actually open the lid. However, it doesn't open it completely, which is what that bottom one is used for. And unfortunately, because there's so much whirring going on, we can't reach it. And the thing about that is it needs to stay pulled in order to stay open. If somebody's not there to pull it, then we won't be able to, you know, get through. So we'll turn off the power so everything comes to a halt. And then we'll start it again, but we have to work quick here. And we'll reach that 3rd lever down here. And quick before it starts up. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you prepared to have your world rocked? Because we lost all of our clothes. Hey guys, how's it going? Just going for a little bit of swimming dipping. Swimming dipping? Can't quite pull this off. The only thing we can really deal with in this room, but there's one thing we need to take a look at, and it's what everybody has been clamoring to see. It's this very strange amalgamation of body parts and flesh and organs. And unfortunately, our task right now is to set them all free. Bad touch. Don't do that. I'm a small child. So, what happens when we get rid of their life support, as they say? Well, It devours the small child. And we take control of the bulging mass known as the fucking apocalypse. Jesus Christ. We are now in control of this hunk of meat. And it's time to go fucking cabin in the woods all over these guys' ass. So with that,